Today's question is, can my husband shut off the utilities when he lives separate from us and me and the kids are living in the house, the marital residence? My name is Bobby Buchanan. I'm a divorce attorney in the Chicagoland area. This is Illinois Divorce TV. Let's dive in. This is a very common scenario, one that can make you feel very disempowered, and it usually comes about before you file for divorce. You've separated, and the husband, let's use the stereotypical example. The husband and father decides that they're going to move out, and the mother slash wife stays in the house with the kids. He moves out. He's always been the primary breadwinner. He's always paid for the mortgage, the utilities, etc., and he stops paying. He stops paying all the utilities. Well, what can be done? What can be done is a motion in court to order him to keep maintaining the status quo. And a judge will order that immediately. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. And the when is most important. How long is this going to take? Well, it could take several months. So you need to be prepared to be able to ride ride the storm out, which is that waiting period. Because when you hire an attorney to file for a divorce, it's going to take let's say the husband drags this out as long as possible. It's going to take 30 days until that husband files their appearance. You're then filing a motion for this to happen, and then the judge might not have a motion or a hearing date where they're actually making a decision for another 2 or 3 months after that. So there's a couple things that you can do. You're going to want to contact the utility companies and let them know what's going on. It's quite possible that there's some sort of hardship program that they have when people are going through situations like this. You're going to want to talk to them and pay them, whatever you possibly can, a minimum amount. It always, no matter what company you're dealing with, paying something is always 100 times better than paying absolutely nothing. And you're probably going to want to contact your mortgage company as well and figure out what kind of hardship programs they have too. You don't want your house to be going into foreclosure or something like that before this order kicks in, ordering your husband slash father of your children from paying these bills. The other aspect of this is that you're going to have to pay attorney's fees to get all of this done. And that's not easy either, because an attorney is probably going to charge you anywhere from $1,500 to $5,000 to take on your case. And by the time you get through this entire motion on your the opposing party having to pay this stuff, your attorney's fees are going to be right around that $5,000 mark, most likely. So, where do you come up with that money? Well, obviously, you can, if you have a credit card, that's something you can put it on. You can ask family. You can, if you have a joint bank account, there's no reason that you can't take money out of that in order to hire your attorney. Some attorneys will work on some sort of payment plan, and if your husband is a primary breadwinner and there's more money to be had there on the other side, then your attorney could possibly be okay with getting paid part of what they're owed. No attorney is going to take on a case for free unless they're legal aid, and I'll talk about that in a second. But they might agree to take on part of what they're owed down the road a little bit more. Now, legal aid is available for people in this situation. Usually, there has to be a domestic violence aspect to it for you to get kind of to the top of the line as far as legal aid goes. There's a lot more people that need free legal assistance than there are legal aid organizations, so they help those that are in the most need first, and that usually involves some sort of domestic violence. So the short answer is yes, your husband could turn off the utilities, but once you get back in court, they'll be ordered to continue paying and turning them back on.